Hi, if you don't know me, my name is Matt Boyles. I run Fitter Confident You, arms off the desk so it doesn't rattle the camera, which is online personal training tailored for gay, bi, and trans men, really, at its heart. And I wanted to do a series of these interviews with Fitter Confident Unicorns, as clients are called, whether they like it or not, about to really hear people's stories in more detail, because everyone has completely unique journeys, starting points, goals, outcomes, experiences. And I think what Fitter Confident You does so well is dial into what people really need on an individual level, but at the same time building an amazing supportive community that brings people together. But today I wanted to have a lovely chat with client Mark Pattison. Hello, Mark. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, Matt.
Fantastic. Lovely to have you along. Thank you.
Happy to be branded as a fitter, confident unicorn.
Oh my goodness, you embody it. So I know branding in relation to like horses and unicorns does sound a bit like that isn't part of the plan. So you don't have to have that physical branding anywhere on your body. So we're going to run through just basically Mark's experience. So Mark, first off, can you tell us what you were doing fitness and health wise before we started working together?
Okay. Well, I'd been on maybe 2, maybe 3 other programs prior to coming to you, Matt. How that had come about is that I'd hit the 40 mark and knew that I wasn't in the greatest of shapes, but when you hit that 40, you kind of think, well, it's either now or never to really get on top of the long-term fitness and, you know, stave off any issues that might happen further down the line for us men. So I guess that was the starting point. As I say, I've been on a couple of programs prior to coming to you. And to be honest with you, I'd only gotten so far with my fitness doing those programs because I would say they were very unrealistic in the types of workouts you would do, right? Because you could only sustain these things for so many weeks, but then the journey was complete and that was that. You were shoved out the door and that was it. Get on with things. And I think with those types of programs, yeah, you can make good progress, but if you don't sustain it, you just roll back to square one and you have to start all over again. And I think at the point where I discovered your program, I was probably in a very cynical mindset.
Fair enough.
And to be honest with you, the mindset shift at that point was the program that I was on previous to that. I had unfortunately pulled my back out quite severely, not necessarily because of the program, but that was just what had happened. Sought advice from the people running the program, and I was quite disappointed with the response. The response being, it was very much a copy and paste answer: do low impact workouts. That's it, job done. It was like, oh right, you're speaking to me like I actually know where to begin on that, or that I know what that means. And I was paying for a program which I could have just Googled that answer basically. So yeah, at that point I was feeling quite peed off, if I'm honest, not just because of the back, but also because I wasn't really getting anywhere with the support. So yes, and that's when your ad popped up on
yeah. Well, do you know that your story, your prequel isn't unique? And what then? Okay, and feeling a bit what's the word? Well, yeah, disenchanted and everything, and feeling a bit put off with fitness. Why did Fitter Confident You stand out, and why did you choose to go for it in the end?
Well, I think prior to us actually having that initial chat on the phone, I would say that there were a lot of great testimonials on the Fitter Confident You website. And I would say that I probably went through those many times before I made that call, really. Amazing. Just to get some assurity from guys who seem to be singing from the same hymn sheet as me, but just making sure that this sounded like a genuine thing, and that I wasn't wasting my time doing yet another program that would only get me so far. And yeah, I remember that first chat, and I remember you saying you're very welcome here, and that was a great introduction, and that really was a great opener to not just us working together, but also the community that's built in and around that. And it goes without saying that everybody who is on there made me feel incredibly welcome, and yeah, it was just a very easy fit for me to join at that point.
Fantastic. I'm so happy to hear that. I didn't know about the looking at the testimonials page, so I'm pleased that that is helping, and that's also kind of the point of why we're doing this today, just to show people. Like, I was always put off from fitness and gyms, especially because it seemed so serious and moody and like unwelcoming, and a boys' club that I wasn't invited to. And so Fitter Confident You has always been about being inclusive and fun and accessible and lighthearted. And I'm so pleased that obviously came through. And yeah, community and empathies are really at the heart of it as well, helping everyone see they're not alone, we're connected, we're all the same, we all want the same thing. Oh God, I was going into Belinda Carlisle there. Or was it the Go-Go's? Can't remember. But she was in the band. So thank you, I love that. And then, okay, so like we've worked together like three or four or five times in various guises, haven't we? Different plans. If you can, if you can tell us about your experience basically, and like where you've got to now. Thanks.
Okay. Well, certainly that first 12-week program that I did with you, that was there was a lot of surprising progress that was made, and quite quickly. If I'm honest with you, I can very much remember that first 4-week stint, the first phase of that workout. And I remember going downstairs. There's a big long mirror downstairs, just in one of the rooms. And I just remember doing a bit of a sort of like a comedy double take, because it was like, where's the tummy gone? And so quickly, not to say that there wasn't still a tummy there, but
people need tummies.
Yes. But yeah, it was the fact that it wasn't sort of sticking out and being so excessively big as it was. That was quite a surprise, just how quickly I was able to do that, and on very, I would say, basic, straightforward adjustments. I didn't have to do things like intermittent fasting or cutting out carbs left, right, and center. Like quite a few of the programs I've been on had suggested to do. So yes, that first initial 4 weeks was an eye-opener, and that at least restored my faith that, right, this works. I'm going to continue on with this. And yes, I made very quick progress in that first 12-week program. But then it's just the understanding that progress comes in many different ways and at different times. So if you hit a point where you feel that you can't physically and visibly see that change. It is still happening, but maybe not the way you expect. But then when the changes do come, they come probably not in the way that you expect, and certainly not the way that I expected them to. And yeah, I think it's just the fact that the handful of programs that I've worked on through Fitter Confident You, it's really more of that mindset shift that an exercise program isn't just a finite thing. It is just building into being a mainstream part of your lifestyle, and just fitting that in among the normal things, and that there isn't really an end goal. Yes, you might have certain objectives, but really that the whole workout thing, the ethic of it is that it should just be part and parcel of every day or every other day.
I mean, that almost sounded scripted. It was so marvelous what you just said, but I promise anyone watching this, that is all Mark's own work off his back. That is literally it, isn't it? I love that. I love how you put that. And it's funny, when I speak with new clients, even if they don't mention it as a goal to build a rhythm, to make it sustainable, it's my goal for all my clients, whether they like it or not. And they do like it, because once you get into it, you realize doing it this way a bit, you know what, in comparison to some other PTs or other things you were doing, yes, a little bit slower, but not everything needs to be at a breakneck speed. Not everything needs to be 100 miles an hour, balls to the wall. Don't know what that means fast, but it feels like it does. But
I think it's so easy in this sort of on-demand lifestyle that we all lead now, that it's very easy to go along with that, and feeling that, yeah, you can do things at breakneck speed and the quick fix, and that'll be it, job done.
Yeah, but as that doesn't stick, it doesn't stick. It's because it's too different to real life. And then when you finish it like you did, and like anyone does, and like I did previously years and years ago, trying things, you haven't learned how to live in the real world with it. And then you forget, and you yo-yo, and look, I'm preaching to the choir here, but Mark, look, thank you so much for that. I won't keep you any longer. I'm very grateful for your time, and I'm thrilled that we're still working together, and that we met, and you're a wonderful Fitter Confident unicorn in the Fitter Confident universe. Anyone who is interested, depending on where you see this, because it will be on different sites, feel free to just get in touch and say hi. Clearly you can see not a scary, shouty PT. I will never shout at you or blame or shame or anything nasty like that, because again, that doesn't work. Humans need encouragement. We all need support, especially at the moment. So feel free to click, say hi, book a call, or just drop me a line. We'll figure out, see if, just to check as well, there's a good fit, because I always want to make sure that I'm the right PT for you, not just you for me. So I think I said that right. So come say hi. And Mark, look, thank you so much again. And it's so exciting just about your next steps and adventures too. So thank you.
No problem.